Hey everyone, I hope everyone have a good day. So today's subject will be Happy Black Disability History Month. So since July is Disability History Month, you celebrate the accomplishment of disabled people and what we have go through in this country, especially in the USA. And baby, if I be honest with you, I never heard of Disability History Month till I came on Twitter back in 2015. Yeah, actually, yeah, 2015. That was a little after, but I didn't know. But actually, in 2016, I thought I learned about Disability History Month or Disability Pride History, what they call it. I don't remember, but yeah, I don't know nothing about disability history because it never been taught in school. So yeah. And speaking of that, I brought that subject up. And I remember I first created, you know, my Twitter, but at the time I didn't know nothing. Of course, create account, different social media platform. You don't know nothing. From that, I just trying to find people who like me or who I just bored stuff. Then after I found people who disabled, first is just autistic people, then find disabled people. Learn about disability history. And, learn what disabled people have to go through and all this stuff. I didn't know none of this in high school. Actually, in school in general, I didn't hear none of that. Except that one particular woman. And they saw that I think she was deaf or blind. I think her name Helen, if I remember correctly. Something to do with mental health. I don't remember, but that probably what I could remember at that time. So yeah. So that is, I don't know nothing about disability history until I, learned about this community, then became an activist and learned about ADA. I just know my IEP and IDEA. And that is. So yeah, which is sad. And when I decided I became an activist in November 2017 and created a tweet about why the hell I did not learn about disability history in school, I just talk about it and figured on that. Let me find that tweet, on my phone. You know, let me find that tweet. And I wrote it 5 years ago. Man, I hope I fucking funny. Uh, Lord. It's a long tweet, y'all. I just don't remember. I think I book save it. I just can't bear with me, y'all. But as I'm looking for it, it's just like I just explained about like why I didn't know about this in school and why I didn't know about it years later. Like why I didn't know all this. I should know about this by now, but I don't. And I was like, why I didn't know all this stuff, like why I didn't know all this back in high school and all this stuff. And I don't even know, like, did not know at all, like, why me, y'all? Like, why did I know all this back? And here we go. I found the tree, y'all. It's pretty long. It's pretty long. So I'm gonna start out this. All of my life, I have known about civil rights for black. Hold up. Let me start over because I was tripping. Okay. All of my life, I had known about civil rights for African American women's rights, Black Lives Matter, LGBT rights, and other issues. The one that I didn't hear a lot is disability rights issue. I didn't know that disability issue existed until I started using Twitter 2 years ago. I wish I had known about disability issue when I was young, but I didn't. I wish I had was exposed to disability issue and activism, but I didn't. As I started following disability activists and others who have the same disability as I am, about the issue we go through every day. I was shocked or discovered on how disabled people were treated and have been discriminated because they are disabled. It made me so enraged finding the ugly truth being a disabled person. Why no one tell me that disabled rights exist, issue exists? But come to find out, no one knows because they think disability issue don't exist. So yeah, I wish I had known about my rights when I was younger, but I didn't. I wish I had known about lists of main issues, but it come to find out that I didn't know anything about it till now. I think it's sad for me because I didn't know shit about my rights or the issue in this community. Why no one tell me this a long time ago? This is sad about I'm only 20 years old, but now I am 25 and didn't know anything about disability issue. I think there are millions of disabled young adults like me or younger probably don't know jack about disability issue or their rights as disabled person. Why my children are not exposed to disability issue? I think I know the answer to the question. We are living in the ableist society that don't care about disabled people and feel we need to be cured. So yeah, and also it wants disabled people to be included from society. I forgot to mention that the ableist society think disability as a medical term instead of identity. It messed up. Now I'm trying to learn about my rights, the main issue in this community, and the law for disability rights. It will probably take me a long time to learn about the issue as well as the laws. That was 5 years ago. On June the 8th, June the 6th, 2018. That was 5 years ago. Back then I was 20, and now I'm 25. Yeah. But I know now about my rights a little bit. ADA, how it affect me, and knowing how people ignorant and biased towards disabled people. And sadly, there are people out there think that, disabled people are inspirational, that we could overcome everything. Duh, we fucking human beings, okay? Yes, we had some disability. Yes, we're gonna have some difficulty. Shit, it's part of it. Of course, shit is not gonna be easy for us. It's not easy. Duh. Of course, we have difficulty in this area and that area. Of course, we need to find a way to accommodate it so we could be accessible. But no, not everything accessible to disabled people at all. So it's never accessible to us. Because throughout history, if I remember correctly, if we learn about disability history from disability right advocate and learn by myself that throughout history that disabled people will be put in institution, treated like crap, have some family member look at them differently, like, oh, they have a disability, they can't be everything, and plus they have internalized ableism and think like, oh, my child ain't gonna be nothing, blah 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 that. And then you have the medical affairs like, oh, what the hell wrong with you kind of vibe. They were a different form of disability. Physical, mental, neurodiversity, neurodiverse, visible, audio, different type of disability. It's a whole lot. I can't keep track. For me, particularly, I'm autistic. I'm autistic, so or neurodivergent perspective. So I can't speak on what like to be someone who is a wheelchair user who had epilepsy. Well, I do have seizure. I can't say the damn word right because I say the shit pronounce. I can't say the word correctly. So yeah. So I say Caesar. So Caesars. And Don't know what it's like to have silver CB. I never know what it's like. I just know what it's like to be me, be autistic. So I don't know about that. So it just understand that we exist and our voice need to be heard. And it also includes disabled people in every conversation because a lot of time I noticed ever since I came to activate, people do not include disability that often. They talk about race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and so on. When disability get brought up, they're like, It's like, what the fuck? And I remember correctly, I can't remember the percentage. It's like a large percentage of the U.S. have a population who have disabled people. So we barely have adults. I think they only put like adults in the U.S. There's a lot of disabled people in the U.S. And we made up the large portion of the U.S. and we still ain't treated like human beings. What going on? And where you can be autistic when you're born, you're a teenager, a child, even being an older adult, you could have disabled anytime in your life. One day you be walking, then you get hurt, then you be in a wheelchair, or be neurodivergent, don't matter what it is, have cancer. Everybody gonna be disabled at one point. And people can fail to realize it because due to internalized ableism, say, oh, make sure we don't get this or that, make sure we eat healthy, and whatever may be the case. Even though you could be eating healthy, somewhere in the line you're gonna be, oh, I'm disabled. So you could be disabled one way or the other. So no matter how healthy or whatever it be, some point you could be disabled. So that's what I learned. And they always see disability, especially in pop culture and people biasing. Especially when you see movies and stuff like that. They always view disability as like, oh, it's an end of the world kind of vibe. If they do so today, people character, they always put them in a negative light. So they internalize ableism and stereotype. So yeah. And sometimes people think we are object or that we are child to them. They don't understand nothing. Except, like that they don't know about sex. They understand and whatever may be the case. It's just sad though that people think that way, but the sad is what it is. And people, especially society, do not think about disabled people at all when it comes to different situations. What do with climate change, the weather, school, voting, etc. They don't think about that at all. And I'm like, what in the beat? Like, you put to say you claim to support no matter what type of disability it is, or disabled people in general, you still treat them like shit. Make this shit make sense. And like I noticed, like, it don't matter, like me, like I'm a college student. And I work for myself. I got 1 more year left till I graduate. Since I'm neurodivergent or autistic, and I realized that, doing some research that if you try to find yourself a job, could due to a whole lot of bad stigma around my disability, it's not that great. And not many people willing to educate about the specific disability or disability in general. So they stereotype you and they don't want to give you a job because they don't understand. Or because they're able to without the so they don't know how to do it. Or if we do get a job, it might be a token disabled person. So they're like, oh, check my baby, just do better. Like, come on, like do better. And also, like, sometimes there's some companies trying to claim to have today people, send their money to, and probably do not do the research if the organization not doing a good job with a simple group of people who have a certain disability. Like, for example, my disability, for example, autism. Because there's some companies they much to Autistic because Autistic, has a not that great relation with the autistic community. So let's say they did a lot of damages due to stigma and misinformation about autism and not that helpful. So yeah, so that's the problem. And it's just sad. And for me, when I started to learn about, my disability, because for a very long time, I did not like my disability at all. Now I was a child, I didn't know. Because I do know something different about me, but I didn't know what's going on until my mom told me I was 10 years old and learned about my diagnosis. And of course, I'm like, okay, learn about my diagnosis. Me, like to look up on my phone, like, and of course, going through middle school, for high school, I do have internalized ableism, and me going to church at the time, kind of making it worse. Like, I wish I never had autism, blah, blah, something wrong with me, blah, blah, blah. I wish I would quote normal, and me going through college, try, get my education, learn myself, then also learn about disability, and I'm like, why don't they know all this? And learn about my disability and try to be more proud of my disability, disabled pride, and all that stuff. And yeah, and also learn about intersectionality within the disability community, and also as well within my disability community, with the autistic community, learn about intersectionality. And I learned that people like me who had contribute a lot to the disabled people, and also people in the community like Judy and late Judy Human, bless her soul, that she led the 7111 wait 701C. Oh Lord, this is bad. I should know my history, y'all. Gosh, please forgive me. Sector 701. I think that's it. I think that's correct one. Yes, Eli. And I think they protest like the more all-day people in the 70s, like, we're gonna protest these suckers. We're gonna give her what we need. Okay, give her what we want. Okay. And I learned that, the Black Panther help out, giving them food and stuff so they could protest. I'm like, yeah, baby. And yeah, just, and of course, today people have more, work to make sure that today people are included inside that be excluded. A lot of times they view disabled like disposable, we should not be in here, etc. and so on. And I'm happy that my disabled ancestors say, F this shit, we're gonna fight. So yeah, I'm glad they gave me, my voice today because of American with Disability Act of 1990. And I'm happy that they gave me the right, and them too, to fight for me and for every disabled, to be seen as a human being. Even though we got ADA and stuff, but still, people ignorant never change. So instead, people still see us like disposable. So frustrating. So yeah, and some bullshit and exhausting, and even and funny, like, well, it ain't funny, but kind of sad reality. Since I'm a Black disabled person or I'm a Black autistic person, I gotta deal with more BS because just like every marginalized community got their own issue with doing sexism and ableism and all that crap, right? And I learned, throughout, came activist. Then I learned that the disabled community has some issue, not representing everybody. Especially those who black and brown, women, and so on, so on. And like every community got an issue. It's frustrating when you talk about race, particular people feeling some damn type of way. And they both say, we all disabled. Oh, why you talk about race? Bitch, have you forgot? Bitch, we just not only experience ableism. You keep forgetting your other peer has their more bullshit than you. Duh. Oh, they stress me the fuck. Anyway, especially with the autistic community. They stress me the fuck out. I left the general autistic community 2 years ago because they cannot check their biases at the fucking window. So, yeah. Or what I be seeing on social media, then, yeah, I can't fucking do it. So, and, I'm going to say this. I think I have talked about the autistic community on my TikTok video, explain that almost like I said in that video, that if we don't discuss intersectionality, or if we don't talk about intersection in our community, we are screwed. I'm going to say this in this video. We need to talk about intersectionality in the district community. If not, we are screwed. You can't sit there that we all just experience ableism. Because not everybody going to experience the same shit. Some have to deal with racism, sexism, or kind of BS. You gotta think about that. Literally. Not everything is one-sided. It got, you have to make sure everybody feel included, not excluded. And we need to be careful of our language and check our biases out the fucking window, because we can't be doing this. We just can't be continuing ignoring intersectionality, because everybody's life and perspective gonna be different from yours. Well, your reality, will I be disabled, it's gonna be totally different for the next disabled person due to marginalization. Like me, for example, I'm Black autistic queer woman. I gotta deal with racism, sexism, ableism, homophobia, and misogyny. I gotta do all that BS because people are ignorant and stereotype and bigotry about me. So, sadly, that's what I had to deal with. This is my life forever. So, it's sad. And we need to do better to represent the most marginalized disabled people in our community, because this is getting ridiculous. Same go to my civic community, the autistic community. Same way. Because there are the haves and the haves not in the district community. And also, I forgot to mention, there are a hierarchy in the district community. I think the top is a wheelchair user. So, I'm going to put it this way. When people think about disability, they think about those who are wheelchair user, wheelchair user, blind people, and maybe deaf. And while people marginalize, so it's like the less disabled or functioning you are, you kind of top of the food chain, and more disabled you are, you more likely to be at the bottom. It's like the top to be less disabled seem to be functioning or appear normal, while people at the bottom who are so more disability than other, they be at the bottom. Let me see if I give you the picture. That what it is. Or lateral ableism. Lateral ableism. So, and also, disabled people can be bigots or ableists as well. Okay. And I learned about it from Leah X. Brown, who is an autistic disability rights lawyer, and they use them, and they saw a post, they saw like a diagram or list of things whether or not you can be disabled and can be ableist. So I thought it was very good to know that you have some tendency in that stuff, because a lot of disabled people have a lateral ableism or internalized ableism that we still have in us for all the years later. So they might come out. That's something I did stop using. Not there using some ableist words like crazy, dumb, crazy, lunatic, and did they carry with any sign or ableist. We need to stop using that, but sadly, it's an everyday uses and everybody uses them words. So I remember stopped using it, but then I kind of add again. I'm sure I stopped using it. I would want to stop using it, but I'm back at it and I need to stop. It's not good because it got negative connotation to the words. So we need to be careful with our words so we don't offend today people who might have some negative feeling toward that phrase. If they don't like that specific phrase, please don't use it. Do it for their sake. Don't be an asshole. Please don't do it. And also, there's some debate whether or not people that are disabled or a person with disability, if they say I'm disabled, or like me for example, autistic, let them say that. If they say I'm a person with a disability or person with autism, let them decide how they want to define themselves. And so, and please don't be an asshole. And also to the parents, educator, ally, working your internalized ableism and do better. And don't try to use inspiration porn. Please don't do it. Or they say they overcome. They like they got their degree. Or it could be like they're going to the prom. Or they get married. Baby, it's a normal fucking life of a human existence. It's normal. Just take a picture. That it. Don't be like, oh my god, she have autism. Oh, she information. She got her degree. Blah blah blah. Duh! It's everyday life. Yeah, I know. I get it. Y'all get it. Y'all want to ever feel included, feel like they are seen. I thank you for that, but baby, think about what Is it what they do inspirational? For like picking up a book, like just watch the language, so and just do better. And also to everyone, pay disabled people for our work. Don't matter if being work, school activities, don't matter. Please do not use it in tokenism for your job, company, except include us. Don't look up weird. We are human beings with feelings. Please don't do that. Work in your body, pay us, listen to us, and let us be the lead when it comes to certain disability. Make us lead on the conversation. If you don't know what it's like to be disabled, take a seat. Let disabled people take the lead, okay? It don't matter what marginalization. If you don't have that particular marginalization, whether it be black and brown, woman, disabled, etc. If you don't have that same experience as them. Even people within a subgroup might have the same disability but have different, background. Let them take the lead. You don't have that experience. Let them take the lead, okay? And do better. And be better ally or accomplice. Just do better. And this is my topic for the day. I hope y'all have a good day. Whether good morning, good afternoon, don't matter where you at in the world. Hope you have a good day. And happy Black Disabled History Month. Or Black Disability History Month. So, bye y'all.